Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 15 of my Pittsburgh Pirates franchise series on MLB 17 The Show. So today we're back with the first episode for season number 2. I played opening day. It was a resounding victory for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We defeated the Cardinals 7-2 behind a strong 6 innings from Garrett Cole and 4 home runs from our team. Eric Thames, Brendan Crawford, Curtis Granderson, and Logan Forsythe all going yard. And all 4 doing it in their Pittsburgh Pirates debut. You know, that was a goal of mine in the offseason, was to add some more power to the lineup. And so far looking good. Of course, only game 1, so a lot of the season left to play. We've got game 2 coming up. It's going to be Masahiro Tanaka making his Pittsburgh Pirates debut, taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. You can see Tanaka's numbers last year, very, very good. The ERA at 2.6 and the whip just a shade over 1. So we had a very good 2017 season, looking to build on that in 2018. Here he's going to get the 4-3 double play ball right there. Nice turn by Alan Hansen at second base, doubling up the not-so-slow Dexter Fowler. And take a look at the starting lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals. Pretty standard stuff. They haven't really made too many moves as a team in the franchise series so far. Here is Matt Carpenter swinging and missing on the Tanaka curveball in the dirt. So Tanaka with a clean first inning, only gives up the 1 base runner, and he did get the double play ball. Now on to the bottom half. It's Michael Wacha making a start here for the St. Louis Cardinals. Pretty surprised to see that they didn't have anyone better to trot out in game number 2 for St. Louis. But here is our lineup. You can see Thames, Crawford, Granderson, the 3-4-5 or the 2-3-4, and our 5-hitter Logan Forsythe, all new batters on the team this year. Some suggested I move Thames to the 3-hole and bump Crawford up to number 2. You know, my take on lineup order, or the order of the lineup, is that it honestly isn't all that significant. It doesn't make a huge difference. Like, swapping Crawford and Thames is, you know, over 162 games is not really going to change much about the team's offensive production. I think I can say that with, you know, pretty good amount of certainty. But I understand where people are coming from. The reason I had Thames batting second is because I like the fact that he walks a lot out of that 2-hole, and Crawford doesn't really have as much of a track record of getting on base as Thames does. But at the same time, Thames, you know, definitely a better power hitter than Crawford is. And the old adage is that you want your power hitter sitting 3, 4, and 5. You know, I don't mind having a good power hitter in that number 2 hole. I think Thames is actually pretty good in that number 2 hole, so I'm likely to keep him there. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And he strikes out right there. That was actually his second K of the day. On to the top half of the 4th, Tanaka. He's got 2 strikes on Aledes. I can't pronounce this guy's name. Diaz. Almedes Diaz, I think it is. Almedes. He strikes out, though. 0-2 count to Fowler now. He's going to go down on the splitter, just browsing right there. That was perfectly located by Tanaka. Now 2 down for Matt Carpenter. Tanaka looking to strike out the side in this inning. And that is going to be grounded up the middle through the shift right there, and kind of through an awkward part of the outfield. Marte hustling over towards it, but Carpenter headed for second, and he is in there safely, so it is a 2-out double for Carpenter. Next batter is Jed Jerko. He is going to ground this one softly to the first baseman Thames, who picks it up on the backhand, runs over to the back himself in the time for the 3rd and final out. On to the bottom half of the 4th, it is Logan Forsythe up. He's got 2 strikes on him, and he is going to swing and miss at a cutter outside of the zone right there. So now top 5 Tanaka back to work here, facing Steven Piscotty. He's going to hit one towards the gap in left center. That gets down, splitting the outfielders right there. It doesn't quite get to the wall. Marte cuts it off, but it's still going to be an extra base hit for Piscotty. He's into second with a double. Now the next batter, Randall Grichuk. He goes down on the splitter. Grichuk struck out a few times today as Tanaka had his number throughout. 1 down now for 2 down actually for Yadier Molina. This is 2 batters later. He is going to pop this one up on the infield. Tanaka under it. He will take it himself and make the play for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So Tanaka through 5 shutout innings so far in his Pittsburgh Pirates debut. It is Francisco Cervelli up with 1 out in the 5th. He hits one towards right. That's going to get over the glove of the outstretched second baseman right there, Colton Wong. And that will be down for a base hit. So Cervelli getting things going. Now it's Alan Hansen's turn. The first pitch of his AB. He checks his swing. That ball is in the dirt. It gets away from Molina. He slides over to it, but Cervelli takes second. So runner in scoring position now for Hansen with 1 man out. And Hansen looping this one down the line for a fair ball. Into the corner it goes. Cervelli is going to score. Hansen on his way to second, and he is in there safely with an RBI double. So Allen Hansen doubling home Cervelli, and now Tanaka with a chance here to add on to the lead. He grounds one past the third baseman, Jerko, into left field for a base hit. Grichuk doesn't play cleanly, and Hansen is going to score with ease. Looked like he was already going to come around and test Grichuk's arm anyway, but once Grichuk misplayed it, it was easy motoring the rest of the way for Hansen, so it's an RBI base hit for Tanaka. Next batter is Marte. He hits one pretty well to right field, but Piscotty makes the play on the move right there for the second out of the inning. And then next batter, actually after an Eric Thames single, this is 2 batters later, it is Brendan Crawford up, and he's going to just ground this one in front of the home plate. Yadier Molina will make the play for the third and final out of the inning. So on to the bottom half of the 6th now. It is Granderson up, still facing Waka, and Granderson going down on the high fastball. Now skipping ahead to the top half, it is Piscotty up after Jerko led off with a single that he's going to be stealing second base, and he is in there safely. The throw was offline from Cervelli, so a man in scoring position now for the Cardinals. It's Piscotty grounding this one to the third baseman. That will keep the runner at second, good for the first out of the inning. Now next batter is Randall Grichuk, the 1-1 pitch. Grichuk gets nicked on the elbow. That fastball ran up and in on the young Cardinals outfielder, and he is not pleased. So he takes first base. Now Colton Wong up next. He goes down on the high fastball. Another strikeout for Tanaka, 2 down. And Tanaka trying to get out of the jam. This is likely to be his last inning of work tonight. Yadier Molina up. He is going to ground this one softly to the second baseman, Hansen. Flip to the shortstop, Crawford, in time. And that will do it for Tanaka. 7 shutout innings in his debut. 8 strikeouts, and I believe no walks. So Cervelli would lead things off with a single in the bottom half of the 7th. And then it's Hansen blooping one into left field for a base hit. So the Pirates with a pair of runners on right now, trying to extend the lead. It's Adam Frazier pinch hitting for Tanaka. He is going to walk on 5 pitches. So the bases are loaded now. It's Trevor Rosenthal into the game for the Cardinals in relief of Michael Waka. And Marte looking at the slider right there. That one front door just getting back into the zone there for the first out of the inning. Now Thames up the 1-2 count. He strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. And Rosenthal now could potentially get out of this inning with any kind of out right here from Crawford. And Crawford grounding this one pretty hardly to the second baseman, Wong, who makes the play, throwing to first in time. And Rosenthal is out of the jam. So on to the top half of the 8th. Derek Law now, first chance to see him in video. He debuted on opening day, throwing 1 shutout inning, striking out a pair. Here he is not going to strike out anyone, but he does induce 3 straight outs. This one from Fowler, popping it out for the 3rd out of the inning. So on to the 9th we would go, but first we got the bottom half of the 8th. It's Josh Bell looking for something up in the zone. He gets what he likes and rips it down the left field line for a base hit. Bell on his way to second, and he is in there safely with a double. So the Pirates now threatening once again, chance to add on to the lead. Cervelli up next. He's going to hit one into right field for a base hit. Bell on his way around third, headed home. He will score, and it's an RBI base knock for Francisco Cervelli, whose good day continues. After Allen Hansen walked, it's David Freese with a chance, pinch hitting here for the pitcher spot, but he's going to fly one towards center. Fowler making the catch with ease. And we head to the 9th now. It is going to be Will Harris with his second, not his second save opportunity, but his second appearance as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Here facing Jed Jerko. This one blooping towards center, and that is going to fall for a base hit. So Carpenter led off with a walk. It's Jerko with a bloop single. Now the Cardinals are threatening. No one on, no one out still for Piscotty, but a nice ranging play by Hansen here to get over to that one and make the play at first base. 1 man down now. Next batter Grichuk. He strikes out once again. So 2 outs now in the inning. Harris with a chance to get out of this without allowing a run. It's Wilfredo Tovar pinch hitting. He's going to rip one towards deep left field, but it's going to go just foul, as that was almost a 3-run home run that would have tied the game for the Cardinals. Instead, with 2 strikes, he swings and misses at the curveball, and Will Harris closes out the victory for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy the first episode with the new team. Pirates off to a 2-0 start this season, so hopes are high. I'm thinking we're going to be better than last year. Hopefully, we can compete for a division title and go further in the playoffs than we did in the last year. So that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.